How's it going, everybody? I want to do a quick video to talk about the long springs and the short springs you can run on your asphalt late model and your dirt late model. Obviously in the front you have what you have. You've got your A-arm springs, but in the rear we get the option of the short spring. I can tell it's much. This is actually just soft. Your black springs are the soft, the gold are your mediums, and the silver are basically your hard springs. And that's your, if you buy the optional springs that you get with the car. The stock springs are basically going to be more like a medium spring, and they're going to be silver like your hard springs will be if you buy them aftermarket. And you're going to get several of these clips. It's hard to see. I'll later let you see it. That's the thickest one. It's like 2 millimeter. That's really the only one I use if I need something drastic. If I put 2 millimeter on one side or the other, if I've got to go beyond that, I usually just change the spring. What I do is I run the stock shocks on the front of my car, but on the rears, I always run, got something on there, I always run the aluminum shocks on the back. That way I can just reach in here with my finger and push the top, add wedge, and pull the top to make the car loose. Just driving the tire down is all I'm trying to do. And you see I'm running mediums on mine. I'm getting ready to go run carpet in a week or so. And this car is on medium springs, and it's on long springs. And I know right off this car is going to go out and it's going to be a little free. And I can hear Matt Murphy now. Dean, you need to start tight and stop fighting your race car. I'm a little stubborn. If I can get away with a free fast race car, I'm going to. If I'll go out and the car turns in and it over rotates, meaning it turns too far from the middle of the corner off, the car's loose and I'm having to correct it instead of just standing on it and driving out the corner. What I can do is come in here and put 2 medium springs, just like I have, but run shorts. That's going to snug the car up all the way through the corner just a little. It's going to set the rear of the race car down. So the rear of the car is going to squat about like that. And it's going to load the rear end is what it's going to do. So if I'm already turning in good, the car is going to turn to the center. This rear end's already going to be loaded. When I pull the throttle, it doesn't have to take the time to set. And it doesn't give the motor time to spin the rear tires. Because in 10K, you're going to spin the rear tires no matter how fast you're going. It'll spin the rear tires and the car won't spin. But with the short springs, I'm already loading it. I've already got the car loaded. And it's just going to catch the rear tires and drive off the corner. But as the track gets tighter and tighter, you're going to have a problem getting through the corner. It's going to get tighter and tighter. But if you're having problems center off with the car getting loose and you're running long springs, then you definitely want to try the short springs. And one thing you can do too is if you're at a track and you're running, say you're running a heavy spring on the left rear because the car is so free off, and you're running a medium spring on the right rear, so that you've got a lot of wedge in the car. Maybe you like to run rear steer, so you're running more wedge in the car. And you go, you know what, I need forward drive. The car it's not loose, but when I pick up the throttle, it wants to pitch sideways. That means it's losing forward drive. Meaning when you hit the throttle and it tries to go forward, it just wants to move the back end of the car. You can put the short springs on it just like you have, same kind. If you're running a heavy here, run a short heavy, and you go to your medium and run a short medium. And that should do nothing but add forward drive to that car. It's going to snug it up a little bit. When you pull the throttle, she should drive straight off. It's just something you can play with. It's just, like I said, it's just another option. It's what makes these cars so awesome, is you can do all sorts of things to make these fun. So get out there and play with your 1RC car, because this is one of the best cars I've ever seen for RC racing. Also, get you some ball butter. That's what I build all the lightning rod rear ends with. That's what I do all my bearings with. Everything on this car has nothing but ball butter in it. So give me a shout if you need anything. I hope that helps a little bit with the long and short springs, and with how far you would want to, if you're using the aluminum shocks, how far you'd want to turn that shock. You wouldn't want to turn it more than 2 millimeter. The stock shocks are great because you can use these clips. I'm getting older, and when I try to put the clip on there, I have a tendency of popping the top off my shocks. And I have A lot of guys, they'll buy these black plastic shocks because you can, but they're so cheap, honestly. If you're going to a big race, glue the tops. That's one thing Matt Murphy told me when I first met him. He said, I know you don't like the black shocks. He said, just glue the tops, and they're cheap. Go buy more shocks. I mean, you really can. You could cut the top off, pull your shaft out, and build more shocks. I'm just, I love the aluminum shocks in the back. I guess I'm old school. I like to be able to just adjust on the fly. Some people say, well, Dean, they move around, you lose adjustment. I haven't really seen that. It could be happening, but hopefully not. My shocks are a little dirty, so hopefully it won't spin and adjust the car. But like I said, I run stocks in the front and I run the aluminums on the back. I just like that. I run on all my cars like that. But there again, get out there and have fun. If you need something, just give me a shout. And thank you for watching another video. Have a good one.